On top of that, Z brought up earlier, the violence in Canada, like not just Toronto.
Oh my gosh, it's crazy, guys. My feed has been going non-stop of like live action. Like I feel like run and gun people on the street with their phones and their cameras. Like, you guys are not getting paid for photojournalism. What are you doing? Like,
What?
like out here just with.
We are live.
Yeah, like, and then sending it to some of these media and blog posts on Instagram, and these guys are then reposting this stuff.
Yo, you guys are doing CP24's job.
Trust me.
You guys are doing their job and risking your life. They don't have to pay for no pension plan or health care.
Yeah.
Because you guys are going out there on the front lines.
And doing
with your social media. And all you're getting in payment is clout.
That's it. And like, I understand the new iPhone 14 definitely has a zoom times 9%, like times 9. So you could be a little far, but
that is hilarious. That is hilarious. I don't want to laugh. That is so mean. That is so mean.
But I'm just saying,
keep your distance. Yeah, that's what you're saying.
They're doing it distant, like far, zooming in 9 times. And capturing the moment of whatever's happening in real time.
Now,
yes,
a
lot of violence.
What was brought to my attention today? Apparently, there was a drive-by. Like recently,
there was a person who literally jumped out of their car and was shooting at somebody while they were walking with their babies, their wife and their children. Like the man was pushing his carriage, and a man jumped out of the car. Guns a-blazing to go and like nap this guy. Like,
wow.
What are we doing in broad might I add, broad daylight?
That's
okay.
We got to do better. Man.
All right. Yeah.
That's just.
It's a lot.
That is crazy.
These are the streets of. I don't even know where it is. I want to say streets of Canada right now because.
It seems every day there's a report somewhere. Like,
it's ridiculous. The amount of violence that is going on. You would think that nobody got $2,000.
Yo, Z, you ain't shit for that. You ain't shit for that, Z.
Wow.
You should like
listen to me. Just because you got the serve checks done out from time.
Like,
leave these people alone.
Oh my gosh, that threw me off too. I wasn't ready for that.
People with the serve check, they're done already. Stop this.
$2,000. That's crazy.
Acting like you never received it.
That is so not nice.
Yo, that is crazy.
Listen, during that time, there were scammers and they got more than $2,000, okay? So.
Wow.
Are you saying because of the financial issues? Well, you know, that may be true.
Right? That's what I'm saying. Like, why are people acting like they never got $2,000?
But it's just the way you said it, though. Like, you ain't shit for that one.
We should not be going out here doing violent acts to other people.
I mean,
and especially hijacking people's cars. Guys.
That's still
is that still a thing?
What? It's very much a thing. Even just the other day, like they had something where somebody was watching. So allegedly, somebody was watching this garage and they kept seeing these cars go by, right? And they're like, they didn't understand. This person, again, running like CP24, right? Went into the space and walked and filmed all these cars in this space.
Keep in mind, no detective, no police officer, no RCMP. It's just a citizen doing this.
Just a citizen doing this.
No Batman, Bruce
Wayne.
Saying
this is the garage, guys. If any of these cars look like yours,
wait.
You know where it is.
He's doing it like that. like he's in the garage, like going, yeah, this is yo. Please avoid being put in the trunk of a car. Whoever's doing that, stop doing that.
Listen to me.
Call the police.
Can you imagine that would be a terrible situation. The man's like, this is what if you're looking for a stolen car, it is here, and then you hear in the background, hey, what are you doing over here?
Yo.
But this is what I mean. Like a lot of this is happening. And it's like, I know there's been reports, but you know what? The reason why someone like me gets upset about this is because you know who it's going to affect? Me! My insurance is going to go up because of this.
Yo.
You know what's funny? Okay,
Yo.
when you pump gas now at night, I turn off my car,
Yeah.
but then I kind of like put myself in a stance that my gas is pumping, but if a man is like coming from anywhere, I'm ready to run in my sandals with keys in hand, like ready to run. Sometimes I go into my car and I click as soon as I don't even start the car yet. I just sit in, click
Wow.
before I even start the car. But it's not even. But it's because you just don't know anymore. But
Yeah,
it's not
like,
like I'm scared. I'm just that's just preparation now. That's
That,
like looking
Right.
that's
both
just
ways before you cross the
that's just
street.
that's sad. That's
and
preparation
this
now.
is what I'm saying. Like, I shouldn't walk outside in broad daylight and feel like I have to check over every corner and crevice of my body to ensure that the back of me is covered, the front of me is covered, the side of me is covered. Because I don't know whoever is walking in front of me a little too close or slows down too much. And then all of a sudden I look to the side and then somebody has some kind of like something pointing at them. What? Listen, I may have ran track back in the day, but I don't got those legs now. So
Wow.
please.
Wow.
Listen, when fear comes to play, I'm running. I
Wow.
am running. You ever see somebody run and then like you try to grab an article of their clothing and they strip out that clothing? I'm gonna.
Yo.
I'm trying to be that elusive. You hear me?
Right? But
You
it's
can
just,
take the shirt, take the glasses, but just you're not taking my life
yeah.
or this car.
So
God willing.
so
God
story
forbid.
time. I may have said this off camera or on camera. I don't know. But at my workplace, in the parking lot, someone got carjacked. An old woman. So people were standing outside, and then they did the same thing. I don't know if they're on their P's and Q's, but one car's going this way, one car's going that way. They
Yes,
park.
it's
They
true.
tell the woman, "Hey, drop the car, drop the car." The woman's like, "Nah." Bow! And then the woman's just like, "Oh." Pushed the woman down to the floor, I think. Took the car and then just drove off. But I think they didn't get too far because police were there was a
And
undercover in the parking lot, and eventually they caught up and then. But no, it's really that happened. I think it was like last year too. But it's really bad.
Like, I don't understand. See, it's just, for me, I feel like, okay, the time it takes for these people to do this, right off the bat, and hands down, like most people, because it's like, they are skilled. I'm not going to sit here and say they're not skilled. You definitely have coding abilities. You understand technology very well.
Wait, pause it. They
Yes,
have coding
coding
ability.
abilities. Because in order for you to
these
disenfranchise,
no key cars, these
yo,
guys are just putting the computer in their
they
car and your
pop
car
it
is
in.
gone. It's theirs now.
It was crazy. I see footage. I see a dude like obviously like covered head to toe,
Yeah.
but they have the laptop and it just
Yes, and then some of them, they even have the thing where it's like the person's in the vehicle, they already have whatever's on the USB, they link it up to the car,
Right.
and then they just have it work it out on its own. So they have the devices to do it. So it's like you are technologically very good. You have coding, and I'm going to assume you have coding in your background or knowledge at all. You have a really good understanding of vehicles, vehicle makes. You probably are a mechanic in some degree or learned and have some understanding of mechanics.
Right.
Period. You're a very smart person right off the bat.
I think it's just the one person in the hood that was there the whole time. Just they said, "Stay in school. We're gonna use you one day. Just stay in school. We're gonna use you one day." And now, you see this guy who's playing on the computer all the time, and now look at him. He man.
That's yo.
Like, but you could
I
get
mean-
probably a very good, honest living if you just did not do that. Because now you put yourself at risk with
One,
all
yeah.
this intelligence.
Right. At the
But
same
when,
time, like
but when you gotta eat, none of that stuff matters when you gotta eat, man.
they don't like I think they don't even get a big cut out of that. Like really,
They don't.
Yeah.
like. It's
But that's
just-
the thing. None of that matters when you gotta eat.
But
None
we
of that
have
matters.
social services. We're in
None of that-
Canada.
but it doesn't. Not everybody's accessible to that resource. You know what I mean?
The food bank,
Apparently,
they do
Yes.
deliveries.
no. Apparently, food bank. Even people that are supposed to have food is overrunning the food bank. Yeah, the food don't have food bank no more.
Yeah. You think people who are in the
That's
food bank, people are like,
that is
oh, they have
Dunzy.
Kraft white cheddar in there? I'm gonna go take that.
No, so apparently, allegedly, there's people that go to the food bank that quote unquote seem to be well off or paycheck to paycheck, and they're now
In the food
they're in
bank.
the food bank now. Yeah, so
But
that
then the problem is, they get mad at you, like, who are you gonna judge me?
Well, you
You
shouldn't
know what I
be.
mean?
You shouldn't
What's
be. I mean, at one
Ryan,
point, as they say, like at least one point in everyone's life, they're gonna reach a
like,
level of like poverty or
and that's the
something. Excuse
thing.
me.
And the problem is, these guys like say your struggle is different from my struggle, but it's still the same struggle. You could shop at No Frills. I can't shop at Loblaws. We're all going through something, man.
That's
wow.
hilarious.
You know what's crazy? Since the peak of pandemic till now, uh, even like what President's Choice, what's the brand? Smart Choice, I think, and No Name. Those go off the shelf 1st. No one's buying like the name brands like that as much. And for those that notice,
So
so
it's kind of being
unfortunate.
like how the Caribbean would be,
what?
in the sense of because there's a lot of importing, or yeah, exporting of American goods to the Caribbean. The prices of those American things are significantly higher than the actual inland produced market items. So
But yo,
when you
sorry
say
guys, I
that,
gotta come off of this. You guys be safe out here.
yeah, yeah,
Oh yes,
Take it
always.
easy, guys.
Take it
okay,
All right,
easy.
yo. All right,
bye.
later.
Um, but the same thing goes for President Choice's Canadian brand. So because it's Canadian brand and we're buying it in house, a lot of the other brands are actually imported. So the price is going to be a little bit more because of that. So yes, it makes sense that we end up seeing emptier shelves of President Choice because that's Canadian.
So you think it's just because it's Canadian, and not so much like
We can afford
economic
it.
hardships? It's like because like certain President Choice brands, okay, you might go for a few.
Yes.
Like some of their chips are okay,
Yes.
but let's be real.
Yeah, some of the things that you buy from them, you're just like, no.
Yeah, like like you're gonna go for Lay's, Doritos.
Yeah.
President's Choice, not so much.
Yeah.
But if you can't afford them now, I mean, they're the first to fly off the shelves, right?
Yes. I mean, that's
So-
the sacrifice, your taste buds.
Wow. In this recession,
Yeah. If you cannot afford it, you're going to have to sacrifice the good taste of certain foods. But you know what? That also says if you're a really good if you're a really good cook, it wouldn't matter.
I mean, I don't know if it works. I don't know if it works like that, but
It's not baking.
okay, baking, yeah.
You have to be like very specific. There's certain things and tastes that you have to do, measurements you have to do. Yes.
Even with baking, though, like the type of quality flour compared to like other brands, like that's really
It's
really
a big
matters.
deal, yeah. But
Like-
cooking, if you're like, okay, I get a 2 grade chicken versus a 8 grade chicken, or a steak or whatever. Yes, understood. Some things are gonna capture the seasoning and the essence and the tones of certain things better than others. Correct.
Right.
But you probably are still gonna have a good steak if you know your stuff, right? You know what kind of steak you have or chicken you have. You're like, okay, it's this kind. It's a little drier than this one, so we're gonna add certain things to make it a little bit more moist. We're gonna cook it a certain way so it can be able to contain certain things more. Like,
Right.
yes.
I mean,
If you're a one-trick pony, it's a little hard to make adjustments. Yes.
right. But this is what's going through. Like, I don't know.
I'm so upset.
I don't know what the future of this is like.
It's just economics. I've been screaming this for the longest while. Economics, guys.
Like if the economics was better, obviously people wouldn't be like carjacking people, pushing
Yes.
nanas to the floor.
But if people also knew what personal economics and like global economics were as well, a lot of these concerns would not be an issue either.
Right. I mean,
then we'd be able to pick better or have good politicians in our powers.
Right, as opposed to
whoever.
Some of these goofies out here.
You know.
They're moving.
We're out here trying to do reality TV here, it seems like.
Yeah, that was
in politics.
That was crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you're talking about a particular one, but like.
No, just in general.
Just in general.
Yeah.
It's crazy how like, for just a quick sidebar for Trump. Like, I remember watching wrestling, like WWE, and he was having a feud with Vince McMahon, and that guy is an ex-president now. Like it's just like what? Like you were on like what's what is he on? He's on Deal or No, not Deal or No Deal. That's Howie Mandel. That's but he was on a show where like he funds projects. I think it was Shark Tank before Shark Tank.
Okay.
But Trump used to like do stuff like that. He was in the Home Alone. It's just like, but he ended up being a president.
But like marketing,
like, what?
Marketing is a part of your whole thing, and that's definitely necessary, especially if you want to be a politician. You want to get the word around, so you know ifs, ands, or buts about it. You have to market. How you market now, different story. Right? So like if we all of a sudden see you in a wrestling match and you're running for presidency, and then you all of a sudden tap somebody out, you're like, yeah, and everyone's like, what is he doing in the ring?
Wait, not to step on the example. This was before he ran, but I understand your point.
Right?
Say,
but it's to get yourself in front of people, right? To say, okay, I'm running for presidency. I'm in the ring because I really want to get your vote. Like I'm here for the people, even for their entertainment.
Right.
So, yeah, man. But the other thing too is just if they have business, it's not to say that a lot of these people in the careers that they're in, they never had another specialty or form of education outside of what they are known for either.
Okay.
Right? Like prime example, who's the comedian? What's his face? Noah.
Oh, Trevor Noah.
Yes.
Okay.
Him. He's a talk show host.
Yeah.
But he's a comedian.
But yes.
Right? So even though he's a talk show host and he talks about political things, he does it in a comedic satire form. But outside of it, he is someone who does comedy. He does stand-up comedy.
Right. Similar to Jon Stewart.
Yes.
Yeah.
But then even outside of that, he's also an advocate. So just because we see him as a certain way, that doesn't mean that, say he wanted to run for presidency, for example, or like prime minister or whatever establishment in parliament that he wants to like claim.
Something state, yeah.
Right? For us to turn around and be like, but he's only a TV host. Like, we don't know what his credentials are. We don't know if he went to school for law.
It's kind of like Arnold Schwartz, like again, like action in Hollywood, and it's just like.
And then here he is
he was a governor of California.
Yeah.
Like, he ended up being governor. Like what?
It's like we don't know what his background when he was there, going on all these gigs. We don't know what he was really paying for.
Okay.
He could have been going through school during those times, and that was his way to pay it down.
Now, speaking of paying down or the lack of paying down.
Got you.
I don't know if you guys are aware. If you check your Twitter, it's broken right now.